Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Gemini for the month of August. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or it may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there, but if not, simply check back with me in the following week when I put out new messages for your sign. Okay, so I feel like you feel that your relationship, your outer house or external to you, is threatened, which is causing a lot of insecurities in your internal house. There's a lot of worries. You feel threatened. What you have, the house, feels threatened. A relationship with the medicine needs work, okay? This is you feeling these things. The soul speaks to the unknown, the inner world, going within. You may be trying to seek answers within, seeking information. This was the card at the bottom of the deck. It is the soul. You're injured. Creature's paw is next card up. You're injured because you feel someone is deceiving you, with the trickery card being next. So I feel like you tried to have a conversation with this person. You feel like they're deceiving you, but, and you're afraid, you know, again, you got that threatening aspect here. This is being threatened or feeling threatened. It is the Nine of Swords in this deck. And and we have the Boar also threatening. And so you have this conversation, you're feeling threatened, you feel what you have is threatened. It's causing a lot of inner insecurities, but you don't get what you are expecting. Like, you're not getting the answers or the results from that conversation. Now you're having a conversation with somebody, but you're not letting on the true reason for the conversation. I have to tell you that. That's probably why you're hoping to do this real careful, you know, without confronting them, is what I want to say, in hopes of getting the answers that you're seeking, that you're after, you know. So you feel there's a deception here, and so this is your energy that you're taking on, is the cat. Okay, and so the cat is watching. And the cat speaks to things that are hidden from you. So you're feeling that something is hidden from you. You would love to confront them. I really do think that you would, but you're not going to do that. You're going to sit back. You're going to be patient, and you're going to watch, because talking is not getting the results that you need. You see, you've received some bad information from someone, some bad news or bad information, and you're trying to find out if it's true or false, perhaps. Because that information puts somebody's loyalty to you in question. And when you try to get information from this person, it's almost like it could feel like they have armor on, or that they suddenly get defensive, would just make you even more suspicious. Adds to the burden of what you're already carrying. You could be feeling like you're trying to have faith, you know, but you feel like your hands are tied here. Maybe the information you received was from a friend, someone you trusted, you know, and so this is why. Some news came in unexpectedly that caused you to question the balance. It kind of upsets the balance in the relationship and causes you to suddenly question your partner's loyalty to you. And so without outright confronting them, you try to get your information, your answers, you know, subtly. But it doesn't seem to be working for you. And so here you're in this Justice card here. This is something. You see the conversation and the scales that are on the wall. Okay, so that's you putting that conversation to balance or bring balance to the situation. You're putting it off. Okay, you've hung it on the wall and you put it off for another day, probably so that you could collect more information because you don't have your information so far about whether, you know, whether or not this cycle is over. That's, you know, really what needs to be decided, what you need to know. You're keeping quiet. You could be wondering if this is a relationship of convenience. What any wisdom that you've gained, you are so far holding on, keeping quiet, not talking. The Nine of Shields in reverse. Well, the Nine of Shields, when it's upright, it's feeling it's like an unseen threat. In the reverse, it's like increasing problems, or maybe culminating, something that's culminating here. Unable to see clearly with the moon. Feeling that there's deception again with the moon. But this can be an obstacle. And the obstacle, I mean, it could be, with the moon, you know, not everything's as it seems. I kind of got a feeling that it's not as it seems. I kind of get like you received news that maybe is misinformation. Okay? It's not correct. And perhaps that's why you didn't get the results when you questioned that you were looking for that pertained to that specific piece of information, because you've been misinformed. But because maybe it came from a trusted source, or like maybe that source was mistaken, but still it was somebody you trusted, you know. You believed it to be true. It caused a lot of, you know, troubles here in this relationship. But what I see after the moon, something comes to light after the moon. Okay, you can't see this because it's on the other side. But there is the answer and a new start for this union that leads to the Ten of Cups. So it's happy, or it's news that makes you very, very happy. There's a question surrounding the status of this relationship that you will get the answer at this dinner that's going to happen here, or this invitation to wine and dine and seduce. So there's a romantic dinner, let's say, or a romantic get-together, where you are going to get the answer with regards to the status of this relationship. But again, it's not what you were expecting because you were misinformed. However, it does represent a new beginning. It does represent a celebration, the extension of the olive branch, and perhaps somebody feeling very foolish, you know, for having believed that news that they heard to begin with. And I believe like it all starts with that piece of news, and that piece of news just, yeah, I mean, it almost ruined a relationship here. So it's actually, I feel it's probably, you made the best decision here by the way you handled that news. By not coming out and confronting that person. I bet you were even confused here when you weren't getting those the results you thought you would get, or the answers, because it's like it wasn't adding up with what you were told, you know. This relationship gets healed and goes another round, and I feel that somebody here is feeling a little foolish. There is, if you're not married to this person, then the question of engagement or marriage is coming into the picture here in the future. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.